Hey guys, Yuri here, and I started a new series called Overwatch Weekly. I'm going to cover some of the news and informations about the Overwatch in this week. First, the competitive season 1 is come to an end, when it ends, and what's the reward of the season 1. Second, there will be Overwatch World Cup, and lastly, about the future buff and nerfs about some Overwatch heroes. So let's get into it. First, as you well know, the competitive season 1 is come to an end, and more specifically, Wednesday, August 17th at 5 p.m. Pacific time. So it will be 7 p.m. in the Eastern Standard Time. And in Universal Time, it will be August 18th at 12 a.m. The season 2 is currently scheduled, will launch on September 6th. But it's only an expectation, so the date can be changed. And so what's about the rewards after the competitive season 1? There will be a special spray and player icon. And for the top 500 players, well, they did their best, so there will be extra player icon and animated spray. Currently, all of the sprays are just static pictures, but there will be animated spray, so it's going to be really unique. And also for all players, there will be competitive point reward based on your skill rating. And these rewards are based on the maximum skill rating you achieved during the season, which means that you don't need to maintain your skill rating all the time to get your competitive point reward. For example, my current skill rating is 59, as you can see, but my career high was 63. So according to the list, I will get 200 CPs because my highest was 63, even though my current is 59. So same to you. Don't worry about your current skill rating. Once you reached, you will get. And the second news is about the Overwatch World Cup, which is the match that assembles all of the powerful players around the world by your own hand. In more detail will be linked in the description, and it will looks like this webpage. In short, first phase is vote for your team. It started Thursday, August 11th, so it already started. For example, this picture of my region, the South Korea, you can see some of the players' name and the most heroes they have played. For example, this player, the top 3 heroes he ever played was McCree, Tracer, and Pharah. And you can see all other players and their most played heroes. And also you can see his profile. So how many votes that you can give? If you're living in Europe and Asia Pacific region, you can vote 6. And if you're living in Americas region, you can vote for 4. The chosen players will be attended in the Overwatch World Cup program, and ultimately the final match will be held in BlizzCon 2016. If you want more details, links in the description. And lastly, the future buff and nerf has been leaked in the Overwatch forum. Before we get into, keep in mind, none of these are fixed, and everything can be changed. And all of these sources from the principal designer of the Overwatch, Jeff Goodman. The first one is future nerf about Zenyatta. General discussion titled Don't Nerf Zenyatta. The PD Jeff Goodman, he said, Zenyatta is definitely playing a lot better these days. At this point, from the numerous feedbacks, all showing that Zenyatta actually a bit too strong at this moment. At this point, the Overwatch team is looking likely to reduce some of his power in an upcoming patch, probably related to his Discord orb. So for the Zenyatta players, keep in mind about it. Next one is about the Mei's buff, about her ultimate. There was a general discussion titled Mei's biggest problem, and Jeff Goodman replied about this discussion. While Mei currently doesn't see a ton of tournament or competitive play, I don't think she's super far off. Currently, her ult can feel a bit unwieldy and inconsistent, especially when you compare it to other similar ults, such as Reinhardt's. We're internally testing allowing the ultimate projectile to pierce barriers such as Reinhardt's shield, and increasing the radius. So in the future there will probably buff radius and range about the Mei's ultimate. And finally, about the Mercy. In the same discussion about Zenyatta, Jeff Goodman replied another changes about the Mercy. He said, I've been looking at Mercy for some time now. If you guys saw the last PTR, the public test server iteration, you could see the kinds of changes we were trying with her. If she were to get a new ability, it would ideally have to be something that she could use more outside of combat, or something that is generally used much more rarely. That said, there are some things we can do to help her out in the near future. So that's about it for today's video. I hope there are a lot of information that I can deliver to you every week, because I really want to keep this going. Thanks for watching, and see you guys later. Bye bye.